Wake up, America. It's time to talk about electrolytes on this next episode of Digest This.
Welcome to Digest This, the show that helps you revolutionize your digestive health. Here are your hosts, Dr. Liz Cruz and Tina Nunziato.
Hello, and welcome to Digest This. I'm Dr. Liz Cruz, and I've got Tina Nunziato sitting right here by my side. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so excited about our topic today because it's a big, trendy thing, electrolytes. Electrolytes are everywhere. And guess what? You have electrolytes in your body, which is why electrolytes are everywhere, because I think that the industry, the health and wellness industry, has realized, and it's not the beginning of it. I mean, Gatorade's been out for decades, I think, but the sector of health and wellness realizes the importance of electrolytes. And because we are losing electrolytes every day, and because we need electrolytes in our blood, in the water portion of our blood, in our body, electrolytes are useful for so many things, chemical reactions, all sorts of things in our body, for the function of the cells. Electrolytes are absolutely necessary. And it's become a very big area for marketing electrolytes. There are all sorts of electrolytes out there, and we thought it would be fun just to go through some of the electrolytes that are out there.
Yeah, I would just like to say that we were first making the powder. Just kidding. Before it got trendy to take electrolytes, we were also telling people, take electrolytes.
We've been telling people that for 16, 17
years. Yeah. So anyway, It just got trendy in the last few
It
years.
did.
I think because more people are drinking water than ever, which is good.
Yeah.
But people also, there are a lot of people who don't like just drinking plain water. And so that the big thing got into flavored waters.
Mhm.
And then I think it became people being more health conscious about their flavored waters. So it became, okay, how do we make these powders, more healthy? And then it became electrolyte flavored powders. So, we just wanted to talk about, the most popular electrolyte powders that are out there today and compare them to what we're going to do our commercial on, of course, is our super salts, the powders that have been around forever, way before all these trendy powders.
There you go. Yes, I agree. 100%. Do you know how long Gatorade's been out? I feel like we've talked about it before.
Yeah, Gatorade's been out forever. But
all your life?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Many decades.
Yes, many decades.
If you compare it to my life, multiple decades. So, okay.
Yeah, and Gatorade started, it was actually the reason why it's even called Gatorade is because it started with the Florida Gators, the university. And the coach was trying to give his athletes electrolytes with their drink so that they could replenish what they were losing on the field. And the original drink he made that was Gatorade was actually very salty tasting, and because it's electrolytes are salts. And a lot of people didn't like that. So it became more sugary, and it had, and then of course over the decades with what's happened in our food industry with all the artificial sugars and the dyes and the preservatives, Gatorade just become more and more unhealthy. But there's still a ton of people out there drinking Gatorade and Powerade, thinking that they're doing their body good. We actually just worked the concession stand at our kids' track meet, and you have parents coming up and debating between water or Gatorade for their kids, and they choose Gatorade because they think again that it's healthier than regular water. So
yeah, I mean they don't know that there are healthier alternatives out there, but it's true as these drinks have evolved over the decades. Now they're filled with artificial colorings and sugars, chemicals, things that your body doesn't need because your body's already working so hard to detox every day. So the last thing you need to do is put extra toxins in it that it doesn't need and that you don't have to, because there's actually a healthier alternative. So let's go ahead and jump into some of these electrolyte products.
Yeah. I just kind of wanted to list them first.
Sure.
So the most popular ones today would be LMNT. Drip Drop is another one. The Ultima Replenisher, Essential Electrolytes, Liquid IV is another very popular one. Noon is a very popular one. Scratch Labs is another one. And then Gatorade and Propel actually created their own powders as well that you can put in water. So if you don't, if you want to carry packets with you, you can do that. So, but those are like the top, I would say, electrolyte powders out today. I think LMNT and probably Liquid IV being the two most popular that are out there. And they'll tout that they're no sugar, no caffeine, nothing bad in their products. But the reality is if you read the ingredients on these, you're going to notice that they still have citric acid, they still have natural flavors. Liquid IV has a version of artificial sugar, along with, again, tons of different citric, malic acids, things like that, things that the body doesn't need. And they put this stuff in these products, especially the flavorings, to make the product taste better, right? I mean, that's why most people are drinking them, is because they want flavored water. And so it's not just for the electrolytes, it's also because they want something different than just plain water. The problem is that anytime you're going to put all these flavorings in your body, these acids in your body, that your body then has to work very hard to counterbalance. So those two specifically, I wanted to point out because those are like probably the most popular.
Yeah, it's true to what Tina is saying. Look, just look at the ingredients. Even if it says natural flavorings is actually code for chemicals. And under natural flavorings, there's all sorts of different chemicals that could be put into the beverage or into the product to give it flavor, and those are things that actually don't have to be disclosed. I think there's like a list, and I don't remember how many are on that list.
50 some different ingredients.
Yeah, and those are chemicals. Those are chemicals. So again, you may think, wow, it says natural flavorings. I know, because I've seen stuff and I'm like, oh, it's natural. The word natural is really misleading, because of course we all want, well, many of us are looking for natural ingredients. So when you read that, you think, oh, this must be good. But again, natural flavors code for chemicals, most of which you will never know what is in there. And then it's interesting to see the sugar content in a lot of these. Dextrose is sugar. There's one here that has cane sugar, sodium citrate, and then dextrose again, which is sugar. And
that's the Scratch Labs.
The Scratch Labs.
And Scratch Labs is known for like high competition athletes, like those athletes that are like high-end athletes, and they're being pushed Scratch Lab electrolytes, and here they're the ones that have like the most sugar content in them. They're like the least clean,
right,
of all the electrolyte powders.
This one is interesting here. This is the Ultima Replenisher, which is sugar-free. Again, meaning it has some sort of artificial, and sure enough, it has aspartate is what they're calling it, potassium aspartate. But it has magnesium citrate, which is interesting.
It's number one ingredient.
It's number one because magnesium citrate is one of the products that we use in prepping people for their colonoscopies. Okay, usually 2 nights before, I'll have a patient take a bottle of magnesium citrate because that gives them diarrhea and just gets things started. So I just wonder if people that drink this ever have issues with loose stools or diarrhea.
Yeah,
the Ultima.
Yeah, I was really surprised to see that as the first ingredient for them.
All sorts of different chemicals in here. The bottom line, what we're trying to talk about here and impress upon you is that, yes, it's very important for you to get electrolytes. We all lose electrolytes. And if you've ever tasted your sweat or your tears or your blood, you'll notice that they're salty. Okay. And that's because you're a giant salty water bag. I mean, you are 70-80% water, and that water is salty. It's more on the salty side. If you go to the hospital or the surgical center, you're going to get a colonoscopy or whatever, you go to the hospital because you're dehydrated, what they're giving you is saline. They're giving you saline to replenish your dehydration because that's what you need in your body. And so every day you lose electrolytes. So it is important to replenish your electrolytes, but to do it in a more holistic fashion where you're not getting all these extra chemicals that you don't need. I know a lot of people think, well, whatever my body doesn't need, I'll just pee it out or whatever. But That's not the thing, is that your body is already detoxing every day in different ways. And now you add in more chemicals that you're making it harder on your body.
And your liver,
and your liver.
specifically. All those
So
chemicals
why,
have to run through your liver.
yeah, why do that? Why
Yeah.
not make it easy? So on that note,
You want to do the commercial
go
now?
ahead and do our commercial.
Yes. So these super salts have been around for many, many years. It is a straight electrolyte powder that goes in water. The 4 key electrolytes that most of these electrolyte supplements also have these electrolytes in them, just maybe different. And we can talk about that. But the 4 key electrolytes: sodium, calcium, magnesium, and potassium. Those are the 4 key electrolytes that are in the body that every single, like if you're doing an electrolyte powder, you have to make sure it has those 4 different electrolytes. Okay. But like sodium, for example, our product is sodium bicarb. A lot of the other companies will use sodium chloride, which is straight salt. Now, there could be some, and we don't know with those if they're using processed salt, because we have talked about in previous podcasts processed salt and how it's not the sodium chloride that's bad for you, it's the processing of the sodium chloride. So you have to be really careful with sodium chloride. But ours has sodium bicarb to help really balance the pH of the body. But then it also has calcium and potassium and magnesium. And these are meant to be put in water. There's a scooper, 1 teaspoon scooper in here. Ideally, you're going to put 1 teaspoon of salts in each 28 to 32 ounces of water that you're drinking throughout the day. So ideally drinking 2 to 3 scoops of salt per day in your water, just to replenish what you're losing on a daily basis. We also use these to help people with severe constipation. They can do a salt shot where they take 3 ounces of water, they put a full scoop of the salts and they shoot it like a shot. And then they follow that with 32 ounces of water within 15 minutes. So you drink a lot of water really fast.
Yeah.
And what that's going to do is it's going to flood the gut with that high electrolyte water, and it's going to force that colon to squeeze. And that's retraining the colon again after you've had years of constipation. But the super salts have worked miracles for so many of our patients. You know, the one thing is they are not flavored because they are very, very clean. And so some people are like, oh, it is too salt. I don't like it. It's salty. So I just have them shoot it then during the day. We have a couple people that tell me, Tina, I just shoot it once in the morning and once at night before I go to bed. I don't follow it with a ton of water, right? You don't do the salt shot regimen for constipation, but if you don't want to drink it in your water throughout the day, you can absolutely just shoot it like a shot just to get those electrolytes in the body, because this is what's going to help hydrate you. This is what's going to help keep your electrolytes strong, your cells communicating. It's also really good for muscle cramps, muscle spasms, because that's low potassium. Typically, it can help you with sleeping. A lot of people are on magnesium pills, to get better sleep. This can help replace that. And sugar and salt cravings. I don't know if you want to talk about the sugar and salt cravings piece.
I mean, there's something magical about these super salts when it comes to the cravings. I mean, typically cravings are your body asking for electrolytes. I mean, some people will be like, well, I have sweets craving. I get it, because I've always struggled with sweet cravings, but it's your body asking for something. Okay. And in this case, it's usually your body and it needs electrolytes. This has been very, very powerful in helping people who have really bad cravings, salt cravings or sweet cravings, eliminate those cravings.
Because they finally are replenishing.
They're replenishing. Yeah. And actually, taking it at night is really good. That shot that Tina was talking about, because if you do have, like, if you wake up with leg cramps, it's something that we've had a lot of patients also who've told us, wow, ever since I've been taking my electrolytes, whether they're taking a shot at night or drinking it in their water throughout the day, we've had a lot of people that have told us, I don't have leg cramps anymore. I don't wake up in the middle of the night with a horrible leg cramp. And also we've had people tell us that they sleep better. So it's really amazing the importance of electrolytes, and a lot of us don't realize how important those electrolytes are. Those electrolytes are so crucial for just all of your bodily functions. You want to make sure you're getting your electrolytes. Highly recommend ours, the super salts. They're pure, there are no additives, no natural flavorings. It's just the salts. And we'll put a link in here that you could click and go straight to our website and buy yourself your first your first jar of super salts. Get started on them right away. Your body will love you for it. If you haven't rated us, please rate us. Give us a 5. It helps other people to find us faster. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so you never miss an episode. And please connect with us. You'll find us on our website, www.drlizcruz.com. Thank you so much for joining us. Catch you on the next one.
Thank you for joining Dr. Liz Cruz and Tina Nunziato. To learn more about their revolutionary products and services, go online to www.drlizcruz.com.